Welcome to the podcast Journey to the Well. I'm here to take you on a journey to learn how to become wealthy in all 8 dimensions of life. With each episode, our knowledge will unfold and faith as our anchor. So come tune in and hear the stories untold. Welcome back to Journey to the Well. I am, as you can see, wearing the Beats again because lately my audio has not been perfect as much as I want it to be, and I just want you guys to have good audio. And so it helps me listen to where the mic is and the sounding and where my voice is, and being able to just produce better content. And yeah, I want you guys to not be able to have your ears broken by the end of my journey of sharing. So we are wearing the Beats and we're gonna have good audio. Hopefully, actually, we are gonna have good audio. We are gonna have good audio for this episode because it is my favorite topic. It is my favorite wellness. It is the most important wellness. It's who defines you. It is your inner soul. It is how you present yourself to the world and what you do. And it's just so important to have this wellness in check. And of course, we have our little host, little chicken nugget over here. I keep feeding him treats because I want him to stay up here with me, so I don't feel alone. No, I'm just kidding. But I also stacked some pillows up for him so he can be in frame. And hopefully he'll just stay. I don't know. We'll see how long he lasts. So he's the little host, little reindeer. Okay, anyway. So the topic that we're going to do, or the wellness that we're going to do, is spiritual wellness. And that means different things for different people, right? For some, it might mean a higher connection to God, but it doesn't necessarily have to be religious. Because for some others, it means a search for your life's purpose and meaning to have a greater sense of self and your place in the world around you. It could also refer to beliefs, values, and your moral compass of how you live your day-to-day life. And then those are your core beliefs, right? So then allowing those core beliefs to guide you throughout your life's decisions while molding you to the person you want to be. So I'm going to go over some forms of spiritual wellness, which all have a benefit to them, right? Because with spiritual wellness, it allows to reduce stress, it eases depression, it's calming to anxiety, it could even lower blood pressure, which is crazy. I didn't know that, but I knew that, but now I know that. And so it could also improve your mood, improve your memory, and developing concentration better in your life. And I just want to let you know before we start, because this can be a touchy subject to people, and I don't want anybody to just just be patient with me, right? This is going to be a good episode. This is a safe space, and I welcome all backgrounds and beliefs on here. And I will be just very raw with you, with what I believe and what my spiritual wellness is. And that is, I believe my spiritual wellness is my relationship with my Lord Savior, Jesus Christ. And that means God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit as one Trinity. And that's my spiritual wellness. Whatever your spiritual wellness is, I hope that you can just listen to this podcast and at least take something away from it. So going forward, the first one for spiritual growth is gratitude. As you can see, I'm wearing my awesome gratitude sweatshirt that my sister-in-law gave me for Christmas. I absolutely love this sweatshirt. It's super comfy, and it just means a lot to me because I think it helps me remind me every time that I wear it that I need to have more gratitude. And I really try every day to write down 3 things that I'm grateful for. It just puts me in a different mood. It can create a profound sense of fulfillment, and it can also enrich our lives with peace, love, and abundancy of gratitude. Did I say abundancy? Boundless. I meant boundless. Boundless gratitude. I told you, if you listen to the last episode, I make up words because intellectual is I'm always learning. So there's that. Gratitude also helps shift our perspective from scarcity to abundance, right? Instead of dwelling on what we lack of or what's going on wrong in our lives, we can focus on what we have and what's going right, and being thankful for those moments and the materials that we have and the health and um, whatever is keeping you going and waking you up the next day, we should be grateful for, right? Because not a lot of people made it to the next day, and we're not promised our next day, and we don't know our next day. So just always having that positive outlook that nurtures optimism in your life and the resilience and the essential qualities for spiritual growth amidst life's challenges, right? So you ever just like look at yourself and feel so thankful for being able to see, touch, hear, smell, like your senses, right? And if you don't have all of your senses, like just at least be thankful for one of your senses, because I know you have one of your senses. And it is just super important, I think, to just be grateful for the little things like that. And I have to tell you a story. I just recently was running around, going to like all these work and business meetings and wearing my heels. And for me, I'm 5'9", so I'm already really tall. And wearing heels, it makes me extra tall. And I just feel like I'm like further away from the ground. And like, I just put all that pressure on and the weight on my feet where it became really sore and created blisters. And walking home and taking my heels off, and I was walking barefoot, I literally was like, ow, ow, ow. Like, it hurt so bad. And I was like laying on my beanbag, and while through complaining of the pain that I had, I just stopped to think for 1 second to like thank my Lord that I even have feet, that I'm able to walk on heaven on earth, and I'm able to walk on his kingdom and do great things here, right? While my time is here. Hi, bud. You gonna stand up? You wanna lay down? Hang out for a little bit. We just started. Sorry. If you can't see the video, he's like up and about and he's like trying to like already move, but he's still a good host. He's a good companion. We're thankful for him. We're super grateful. Anyway, so going back to the grateful of my feet and being able to walk, I just got super deep into gratitude, and I started thanking him for who I am and how I'm already perfect in his eyes. And that's all that matters. You know, I'm sure we can all agree at times we are all our biggest critics, right? We are always like, I wish I was this. I wish I could lose this. I wish I had that. And why do I look like this? Or, oh my gosh, like this is a new mole on my body and I don't like it, like you can see it, or whatever the case is. Like, we are our biggest critics, right? I'm here to say, splish splash, your critics are trash, okay? I want you to hear this from the bottom of my heart. Wherever you are, I just want you to know one thing, that you are so perfectly beautiful in so many ways. Right? I truly mean that. You are so beautiful. When's the last time you have sat down and wrote or spoke out about what you're grateful for about yourself? And if it's been a while, or even just recently, I want you to pause in your life, right? Take a second and claim three things that you're grateful for with yourself. And try to think of something that you don't normally think of. Go deeper. If you think of one thing, go deeper on that. And that will be your one thing. Okay? I want you to share if you are comfortable. I want you to share in the comments. Leave a comment of the three things that you're grateful for. And remember, this is a healthy community and a safe zone. So I want to be able to learn about you guys. And it also helps other people of when you start thinking of things that you're grateful for and you write it in the community in the comments, some people might not even think about being grateful for that. So share your comments, or share what you're grateful for, and let's go deep on that. I'll start. Lord, I am grateful for me being resilient through all of my challenges that have come in my life, all the setbacks that have been experienced. I'm also thankful for my green eyes. And I know when people look in my eyes, I know that they can see the Holy Spirit within me glowing. Lord, I am thankful for my soul, and I'm thankful for my ability to help others, because I'm going to change and help so many people around the world. Okay? So it could be just simple like that. So those are the three things that I'm grateful for. And yes, I do say them to my Lord because I am grateful to Him. You can do it wherever, to whoever, write it down. But man, doesn't that just feel so good? Like just being grateful for like who you are, what you've become, or what's around you, or who has helped you in your life. Like just having that awareness of gratitude. And you can accomplish spiritual growth through so many other ways besides going to church service if that's not something that you like to do. So I do want to touch on this. Okay, so this is going to be my personal opinion, so take it how you want. But I truly feel like you can accomplish spiritual growth through other things besides going to church or whatever. If that's not your thing. But I truly believe that you cannot do it without the Spirit, the help of the Spirit, and the gratitude for what's above you. And I'm going to read in the Bible. I've already have it marked down. So it's going to be 1 Thessalonians 5:18. Okay? And it says, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Jesus Christ. I'll read it again. Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Jesus Christ. I think I said it wrong the first time, but okay. It's what's it called? It's the pressure on camera and whatever. Okay, okay. And then I have another one. So we're also gonna go to. Okay, so this one is gonna be Psalms 106:1. And Psalms 106:1 says, give thanks to the Lord, for He is good. His love endures forever. And I just think that's so cool because praising the Lord for what He's done for us and just the life that He has given you. You know how special it is that you're living here today, listening to this episode, listening to this podcast, driving wherever you're driving, walking wherever you're walking, working out wherever you're working out, whatever you're doing right now, like just like pause and be thankful for where you're at and who you are because you're awesome and you're beautiful. So that is gratitude, and that is one of the most core beliefs with spiritual growth. Okay. Second thing is to be present. And I know that we are by human running around doing a bunch of things at once, and I don't know how many of you heard, don't worry about the future, that tomorrow already has its own problems. Don't worry about the future, tomorrow already has its own problems. Well, this is true. As we consume so much with mental and emotional space about worrying about tomorrow, I have another Bible verse for you guys on this. It has Matthew 6:34, and it says, therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Guys, like whether you believe in the Bible or not, like these are just like this could be true in your life even if you don't believe, right? So I'm just like, it's almost like a blank statement of, therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. So being present in one is one of the greatest gifts you can give to yourself. You can do it because I know how hard it is to be present, with our phones being in our hand at all times, or we have so many distractions around us. We're all trying to get our to-do list done, right? Check everything off before tomorrow ends, or we're going to have to like bring it over to the next day, and we need to feel accomplished by getting everything done. And we actually have 70,000 thoughts running in our head every single day. We have our cell phones in our hands, always in our hands, and we feel naked without them. We freak out when we don't have our phones or when it gets lost, because that's just our life. And like, we should feel naked without our Bibles near us. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But yeah. So this is what Jesus is talking about, right? In the most well-known teaching right here, if we just take it back within the chapters of Matthew, You go Matthew 25, and I'm not going to read the whole chapter from 25 to 34. If you read that section, he goes back and Jesus points out our natural attitude, which is worry, which doesn't serve us any any good. And in fact, Jesus said 3 times not to worry from the chapter 25 or Matthew 6:25 through 34. He says it 3 times not to worry. And here we are always worrying about the next day or what's going to happen. And remember when you were a kid and you would do something wrong or you're about to do something wrong and be sneaky or test your parents' uh, patience level, and your parents would give you the old saying of, I'm going to count to 3 very slow. 1, 2, maybe 2.5, 3. And they were giving you a warning with love, right? And I just kind of relate that to God is telling you with love, do not worry. He's giving you that warning of the today. Do not worry today. Like, I have you. Trust me. Follow me. And yeah, I think that's the only thing that I can relate it to is when I was a kid and my mom and dad would always give the 1, 2, 3 and sometimes 2.5 or whatever, just to like throw in some extra love. But so how about we switch that negative worry into positive and we switch it to passion, positive belief, or hopefulness and trust. And we only worry because of the unknown, right? The past is already written. We've already written our past. The past, we can see what it was written about. We can look back with facts and we know the details from that. But knowing how the future is going to work is why we worry. But why waste your energy trying to solve tomorrow when you don't even know the problem for tomorrow or the issues that are going to be? Like, how do you know if you're thinking of a problem, how do you know it's not going to be already solved? So why even worry about that? So Jesus longs for us to be present and enjoy today and just, yeah, be present and enjoy today. How simple is that? I know it's not that simple because I need, like, this is a good reminder for me too. But none of this is to say to be foolish not to plan your future and be organized with your future. We are always thinking about what the future can bring to us. What I'm saying is that do not let your concerns of your future overtake your joy in your present moments, and your joy of today. For example, like I would be like stuck in my head or anywhere I went, I'd be like, man, I'm the only one single here. Like, when am I going to find my husband? Or when am I going to do this? Like, when am I going to find that person to like share life with? It's not because I need them. It's because I want them, because I'm ready for them. Like, I've done the work to build my heart and be that Proverbs 31 wife. And I'm just sitting here, just like worrying instead of being present. And I'm worrying about my future when God already has that planned out. And it's something that I can't control. So just let it go because God's got me. He wants that love for me. I know He has that love for me. I just need to keep my head straight with the day to day that I go by and live for Him and live for others and be grateful for what I already have. Some actionables you can actually take to get grounded with your body and being thankful for just life in general. A lot of people do yoga, which is a low exercise that you can do, and while experiencing that, you can experience the meditation part, which will maintain a sense of calmness in your body, your nerves, and your soul and your mind, right? And you can be grateful for a lot of things throughout yoga. It literally takes your life to a slower part and where you can just focus on you and being centered with yourself and your higher power. Another thing that you could do just randomly is go to the bathroom if you have an office, or if you're in your car or outside or wherever you are. Say a prayer of gratitude, right? If you don't pray or you don't know how, maybe get out your phone and go into your notes or write it on a piece of paper, what you need to let go, the things that you can't control. Write it out. And then on the side of that, write what you're joyful for, what you're grateful for about today, and what has made you smile. If nothing has made you smile, today. In fact, I want you to do this. I want you to think of something that makes you so happy. Like whether that's a baby in the room, a dog wagging its tail, a gift being given to you, whatever that is, whatever a happy moment in your past with like your childhood or your best friend or family member. I just want you to smile about it, right? Think of something that makes you smile and smile right now, okay? But smile bigger. Smile bigger. As big as you can, just smile. Like, just smile. Now keep that smile on your face and as big as you can with that smile on your face. Don't drop the smile when I say this. While you're smiling, I want you to focus on something that you're worrying about, that you've been worrying about. Keep that smile on. I want you to worry about it and be super sad with that smile on your face. Think about it with a smile on your face. It's hard to be worried about whatever you're trying to be worried about with the smile on your face, because your smile on your face is actually a physiology action which is making you present with your emotions. And a smile is joyful. It's not worrisome. So now let's keep that smile on your face and remember that happy moment throughout this day, okay? And if you start getting sad or somebody steps on your toes or whatever it is, if somebody's flipping you off in the middle of the road while you're driving, just know that they're saying you're number one. And, you know, you can maybe just say you're number one back. But keep that smile on your face today, okay? And remember, when you start thinking bad things or like worry about, not thinking about bad things, but like worrying a little too much, just remember that happy moment, because with a smile on your face, it's really hard to start crying or being worried about that other thing, because that smile is your action point, right? And so I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I hope you're smiling right now, and I hope that whatever that memory is, that you're grateful for it because it made you smile. Okay, so the third thing I want to talk about is values and morals. And man, I have to share this with you because I just went to the coolest leadership conference by John Maxwell over the weekend in Orlando, Florida. And he made us write down this: I'm a person of value who values people and adds value to people. Being a value to people, or I value myself, I value others, and I add value to other people. It reminded me of a Bible verse that I actually just came across that I love so much. And I think I've already shared it in an episode, but I'm going to share it again because I love it. And it reminds me of this whole value adding and values and morals. Okay, so it says right here, Matthew 5:16. It says, in the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. It's so cool because you're valuing people. People believe in you, and you're believing you believe in people, and you love people. You're not trying to fix people, because when you try to fix people, you see them as broken. Instead, serve them and let your light shine through that, right? Because that's how you're living. That's who you're representing. That's how you're walking on this earth with your feet. You're having values and morals, and meaning you're living with intention. When you live with good intention, you live with good action. And when you have good action, your light is shining before others, and you will attract the right people, the right like-minded people, the right loving people in your life. It's just like no other of like treat others how you want to be treated, right? So that is so important with your spiritual growth. And good actions can lead to like volunteering your time, right? And it will not only help others in your community, but it will help the way that you feel that you're doing great things, right? And now I know some of you are going to be like, well, I don't have time to volunteer. I have this and I have that. I have a family, I have my job, I have school, whatever. So I'm already going to block this excuse. If you don't have time to seriously volunteer your time, like seriously do not have time, like not even 20 minutes of your day to go volunteer on your day off, I want to block that excuse, because there's other ways to serve. and value people and add value and have good morals, right? Um, and some of you already do this, which is really awesome, and I applaud you for that. I need to do better. I know I can do better. So this, I'm talking to myself, honestly. But I love volunteering. Like, ever since I've made cash flow and I walked away from my 9 to 5, I volunteered. I'm gonna butcher his name, but he's a motivational speaker. His name is Nick. Starts with a V, but he has no arms, no legs. He's a motivational speaker. I completely forgot his last name. Sorry about that. But he has a charity for the Jesus tent, and he sets up this big tent, huge tent in the shape of a cross, and he just speaks upon Jesus and allows people to come in and just worship and praise. And I actually helped set up one of his tents, and on like a Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, and I was just helping them, the crew, help out and just extending my time. And I met some really cool people. I saw Nick there, and it was just a really good time and a really good experience, and it just fulfilled me. And you were like, volunteers were actually only supposed to go for the one day, but I ended up asking if I can keep on going because I knew that they needed help, and it was just so fulfilling that I was doing something for the community of what they were doing. So anyway, so you can volunteer your time, and some of you don't have time to volunteer. And I believe people when they say, like, I don't have time to, like, do whatever. So if you don't have the time, another way that you can add value and have morals set is give your money to a charity that will fulfill your heart. You know, the two charities that I really focus on are human trafficking and clean water. I know someday that my goal and my vision is to go to Africa and help build as many water wells and water stations that I can. I think it's super important for my people, God's people, to have clean water. There's no reason why they shouldn't have clean water. It just breaks my heart. And it can fix a lot of things. And so and then also for my human trafficking charity, after seeing The Sound of Freedom and being educated that human trafficking is a bigger industry than drugs because they can use the humans more than once, and usually you can only use the drug once. I knew I had a mission to help people get their freedom back. Just like how I'm fighting for more freedom for me, like time and money and whatever. That's a whole nother level of freedom. And I want to help that and give back to them and save them and not be slaves to these very corrupt, terrible people. Pray for them that their souls will be saved because they're doing terrible things. Anyway, and if you're on a budget and you can't do a lot of giving money-wise, and maybe instead of the expensive Starbucks run that you go to get you through the day, maybe you can buy a meal for somebody in need, right? So instead of like, maybe you can like look at where you're spending your money. That's a financial wellness, by the way. And you can really evaluate what, like, if you're spending money on beer, can you just maybe not spend money on beer for a weekend and go do something for somebody and go provide and go add value? I don't know. Do whatever you want. But this is just a conversation for all of us to just remember our morals and values for our spiritual growth, because it is important and it does fulfill your heart. And when you do help the people in need, it also reminds you to be grateful for what you already have, right? So, and the more you give and it will be given to you. I don't know what Bible scripture that is, but it does say that give and it will be given to you. Not saying that you need to live with expectations, but sorry, I was really thirsty. Super grateful for my clean water. I completely lost my train of thought. Oh, another thing. The next time you go through, girls, I'm specifically talking to you because we go through a lot of clothes. We just want to change our wardrobe all the time. It seems like, I don't know about you, but I'm like constantly wanting to change my wardrobe, and like I get old of my clothes, and I'll get invited to like somewhere cool, and I'm like, I gotta buy an outfit. Like I don't have anything to wear, but I like forget that like most people haven't even seen like a quarter of my clothes on me. So But while we're getting rid of our clothes, some people like to sell it online. Some people like to go to the stores and sell it, or give it to Goodwill for free. Well, why don't you take the time to go drive to your closest city that you have, right? Because cities are most likely to have the most people in need, and go find somebody that's on the side of the city that could be the same size as you and offer the clothes to them. And I don't know, just maybe even while you're giving the clothes to them, give them a little one of your favorite Bible verses or a favorite quote that will uplift them, and just go be a blessing to others, right? So I just wanted to share that with you. And then I want to give you the takeaways and learning points that we talked about today. Give yourself 8 minutes today. Yes, today. I challenge you to give yourself 8 minutes today to really think about things that you've been grateful for, or thankful for, and have that gratitude fulfill your heart. And comment in the comments, because I want to hear what you're thankful for. I shared mine. I need to hear yours. And second, be present. Don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow already has its problems. Just be present today and have a great, beautiful day. And remember to smile. Remember that smile. I want to see that smile on your face. And third, have control over your values and morals, and let your light shine through you. And just let the world know that you're doing the good deeds, that you have your purpose, and you're sharing your purpose, and you're helping others, and you're being the blessing to others. That said, thank you so much for listening. It truly means a lot. I really liked this episode. I really love talking about spiritual growth. It reminds me where I fall short, right? I'm not perfect. There's a lot of things that we talked about, actually everything that we talked about today, I need to focus on and become better. And that's the beauty of growth, is because we focus on where we're lacking, and we change it. We take action. So with that said, we're going to wrap it up, and we're going to end with Bible scripture, Psalms 1 through 6. I almost said 1 through 3 because I just extended it last minute because I just wanted to read the whole thing. It's just so great. Okay, I'm going to start. Okay. Reading on the camera is just so much more nerve-wracking than reading out loud by yourself. I just feel like I'm going to mess up, and there's going to be a word I don't know how to pronounce, and I'm just going to be like, ah. Okay, anyway. Psalms 23, 1 through 6. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right path, for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Flip the page. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely your goodness with love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. This sounds beautiful. Okay, so this psalm reflects of the Lord's role as a shepherd, providing for us and guiding us and his people. It speaks to assurance and divine care, leading to spiritual nourishment. And the green pastures and the quiet waters evokes a sense of like peace and serenity, which is essential to the elements of spiritual wellness, and the importance of trusting in God's guidance and following his path for our lives and just living for him. So that is the wrap of spiritual wellness. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful week. Go be a blessing. Peace.
Thank you so much, friends, for being part of this show, exploring life's depths wherever we go. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because your support means the world, to let our community grow. And remember, as we conclude today, let gratitude flow.